Are you someone who tries to drive while distracted by your phone? Someone who props it on the steering wheel or peeks down at it for a glance? Or just scrolls and scrolls? If so, you could be the next person to get into a fender bender, get a ticket, veer off the road, or even cause a crash that kills you or someone else. Enough already. Put the phone away or pay. Paid for by NHTSA.
99X in the Morning X, Barnes and Leslie. Wanted to bring up a topic that keeps coming up in Georgia and keeps getting shot down. But by the fact that it keeps getting forwarded, I feel like eventually this may happen. It was the whole banning social media for children under 14. Now, it got shot down this year. That Senate Bill 165 aiming to restrict social media use among children. They were going to ban social accounts for children under 14, require parental consent for 14 and 15-year-olds, and impose fines for non-compliance. So social media companies could face up to $50,000 per violation if they don't police it.
A lot of conversations about this, and there are other countries that have banned social media for kids at a certain age, but I don't know if you saw that Netflix is now going to make the Adolescence, the series, available to all secondary schools across the UK.
I saw that.
So that you can kind of have a conversation with your kids, because that's all about bullying and social media.
Man, it's about several things.
Yeah, exactly.
They should play that here as well, because it does stimulate the conversation and force the parents to have the conversation with their kids about it. But are you down with the state playing parent, though? That's the part that's the parent's job, right? Or
I know, but I think a lot of parents, it's like it's something that they're not policing, and kids are getting phones as young as 6 years old, which I think is, I personally, I'm not a parent, think is ridiculous.
Well, a lot of parents, by the way, if you have an opinion, 470-741-4999, would love to talk to you. But parents, a lot of them just don't care. Especially when you, a second, third, fourth kid, the rules start dropping off. You know what I mean? You're just like, whatever. Do whatever you want to do.
I've seen so many kids just addicted to their phones.
It's an appendage.
And no social skills either.
And that's not just one-offs here and there. That's pretty much universal now. Hey, Morning X, good morning. Who is this?
It's Mario.
Hey, man, do you think the state should have control over that?
It would actually be really hard to, because it's such a broad spectrum.
Right.
And you can't really control, it's hard to control what people do online.
Yeah.
Or through an app. And then you got the kids. I know, like with Facebook, you know, it's supposed to be, I think, you have to be like 13 or 16-year-olds to get on Facebook. But then the kid gets on there and then has free range of what they want to do and what they say and what they do. And then the parent can only monitor the kids so much. And so it's really hard and difficult to control what the kids do. And then when you post something, even if it's on for like just 15 seconds, you know, a bunch of people could see it right away, and then it just spreads.
Yeah, and then they take a snapshot of it. They took a screenshot, and then it goes on. That happens with a lot of times with these nude photos that kids are sharing. They're taking the snapshot, and they're ending up in trouble, too, over it. It's out of control.
Well, just the bullying and the mental health issues.
Yeah. My oldest sister told her youngest son, who is now, he's 15 or 16, if I remember correctly, but when he was like 12 or 13, she's like, you're not having a phone, you know, and he's like, that's okay, you know, because I don't, you know, she didn't want him getting on social media. So she's put these restrictions on him, but he's like, that's cool, I'm good.
Wow.
But a lot of kids, they have that pressure from their peers to be like, to get on social media, they want to be popular and stuff. And so the parents are like, okay, fine, here's a phone, free range. And then.
Yeah, screw that. Yeah, that's stupid. Thank you. Want to get to a few other callers, but thank you for that. Thanks for chiming in.
No problem.
Thanks. Have a great day. We'll see you later.
Morning X. Hi, who's this?
Hi, it's Jennifer. How are you?
Good. Jennifer, what do you think about, just imposing social media restrictions on young people?
I hate to say it, but I kind of agree. I do have two boys. There's a huge age gap between them, 8 years. So I have an 18-year-old and a 10-year-old. I hate that my 10-year-old has access to internet and social media and everything.
But you're in a harder situation because the 18-year-old has full guns, and the other one's like, why am I getting screwed?
Yeah. Oh, so when my youngest turned 7, Daddy came home with the VR because my oldest had the VR already. And I was like, ho, wait a minute. And he was like, well, if Dominic has one, Noah needs one. And I was like, but he's 7.
Oh.
And so there was some things that I could hear on the VR. And so we had to literally go in and put some things on lockdown because what the kids say on the live chat and the VR is just incredible. It's horrible.
It's almost impossible to police all this, though. I wonder if the better solution isn't just open conversation. I know that's easy to say, but like you have the state saying no, the parents trying to govern it with all the apps and all the settings in the apps. At the end of the day, it's going to get to them.
Oh, yes.
In some
definitely.
manner, some channel.
Have you seen all the countries, though, that have already banned this, have already put this in place?
Is it working?
Australia, UK, Norway, France, Germany, Italy, South Korea, Greece.
Yeah, I guess.
Well, they're saying there's a direct correlation between all of this and mental health issues.
That definitely.
Oh, yes.
Even with adults.
Heck yes.
Absolutely.
I hate sometimes. I'm like, ugh. And Instagram sometimes makes me mad where I don't even want to post or look or anything because I can see what some of my friends comment on other posts and what they're commenting. They're bullying these people. And I'm like, wait a minute, we're adults.
Yeah, people are nasty.
And we're trying to set example. They're nasty. They're keyboard warriors, as they say. But back to the children, I definitely agree. I hate that my kids had it so readily at their fingertips, especially my youngest, because I have to have those adult conversations with him. And he's 10.
Yeah, sucks.
I don't want to have an adult conversation with my 10-year-old, but I have to. I wanted him to be living when I was 10 and 85, where you're on your bike and you're gone for hours and you don't have to worry about that kind of stuff.
Yeah, those days are gone.
Long gone.
Long gone. Hey, thank you for listening to 99X. We appreciate it.
Thank you.
Always. Love you guys. Y'all have a great day.
Thanks. You too. Bye-bye. Yeah, it's screwed up. It's just a total mess, and I don't know how you go back.
You're looking at all these statistics, like the World Health Organization said 1 in 7 teenagers experience a mental health issue between the ages of 10 and 19. A lot of it because of social media.
A lot of people have something to say. We'll take a break and come back and take some more calls. 470-741-4999. We are the original. This is 99X.
NBA veteran Jim Jackson takes you on the court.
You get a chance to dig into my 14-year career in the NBA and also get the input from the people that will be joining. Charles Barkley.
I'm excited to be on your podcast, man. It's an honor.
Spike Lee, entrepreneur, filmmaker, Academy Award winner.
Nixon.
So, now you see, I got you. But also how sports brings life, passion, music, all of this together.
The Jim Jackson Show, part of the Rich Eisen Podcast Network. Follow and listen on your favorite platform.